Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Music and Musicians. I am your host, Peter Keraro. So today we are having a legend who has contributed in the preservation and promotion of music and culture in our country through storytelling and music. He has been organizing music festivals. He's part of the national team that oversees Kenya music and cultural festivals, and above all is also a leader in the Nakuru UNESCO Creative City of Craft and Arts. Our guest today is Mr. Keya, and I'm glad to present him to you. Karibu sana.
Thank you, Mr. Peter. I'm glad to be around with you.
Yeah.
Yes, my name is Keya. I'm actually a musician, a cultural practitioner, and above all, I've worked with various government organizations to make sure that we realize the art of music and culture.
Yes, Karibu. So, in brief, kindly tell us about yourself.
I'm a musician and cultural practitioner based at the regional office here, Rift Valley. I'm actually a regional chairman of Kenya Music and Cultural Festival. I've been a national executive committee member of culture. I've been a national treasurer of culture, music and cultural festival under the sports. I've been a resource mobilization of Kenya Music and Cultural Festival. I have represented this country in what we call the intangible cultural heritage in China, where again I graduated and got my documents to handle cultural matters. So culture and music is part and parcel of myself.
Yes. So what inspired your love for music and culture?
I was a student in Nairobi, and even during my primary days, I was a choir member in Dr. Kemoli's choir. And the Muungano National Choir is the choir I've served. And during those time after school, I could go once or twice a week for practices. And Kenyan's arrangement of music inspired me a lot. And those guys who are handling these choirs, Boniface Muganga, Dr. Ada Kimoli, Professor Senogazaki, and more so my serious mentor, Mr. Silva Sanani, who was at Alliance High School and later Director of Culture in the National, and encouraged me to be part and parcel of the culture and music. Those people inspired me a lot, and we moved for Maragoli Festival, which is the oldest cultural festival in the country. It's the Keya Cultural Festival, which was started by the late Mudamba Mudavadi, the father of Musalia Mudavadi. I used to attend those cultural festivals in 26 alongside the Nairobi University Choir, which was handled by Dr. Ada Kimoli. Yeah.
So you've mentioned so many people who have been inspiring you.
Yeah.
And right now, I guess you are also inspiring so many people, young people.
Yes.
So what keeps you motivated to keep doing it?
What keeps me motivated is when I came back to Nakuru from Nairobi after very serious performances. In fact, my colleagues had just come together and we formed Kayamba Africa. Before leaving Nairobi, I came to Nakuru. When I came to Nakuru, I got a friend by the name Mr. Ruto, James Ariambe Ruto, and he became like a brother. In the office, we worked together, improving music for the Music Commission. We did workshop for Permanent Representation Music Commission, and I requested Mr. Ruto one time to start a class for young musicians because of his enormous knowledge in Royal School of Music programs. Yeah. He accepted, and he told me we are going to work together. And this class has produced so many musicians, including Mr. Peter Keya.
Yes, I'm a product of that class. I'm very humble.
I go to the regional music festival in this country, like the Rift Valley Music Festival, I get half of the performers who pass through that class, and then I say, God has done something good. Apart from that, we went and we have researched a lot of African cultural music, including El Chamos, the disadvantaged communities, all the community in Rift Valley. We have done a lot of research on their cultural music, why they are dying, and how we can improve on them. Sometimes back when we had a director at PPMC by the name Thuku, he really facilitated us to do that kind of research. And I can tell you what most of the documentations, I supported Mr. Ruto in an enormous way. We have had small festivals, the peace festivals, not small, but peace festival under the coordination of the regional commissioner here, like the one we had in Baringo, bringing people together, peace, making peace through cultural music. And from those peace, we have identified the regional cultural ambassadors. These cultural ambassadors are people who are supposed now to go back. We are in fact bringing them to a workshop where we want to teach them resource mobilization, community mobilization, project management, so that they can go back and have projects within their communities, so that the communities don't become idle and start fighting. When communities are empowered to do something, they cannot fight because they'll be busy doing farming, they'll be busy looking after their water, they'll be busy looking after their animals and looking for any gains that's coming from that if they own those projects as communities. So that's where we are going, and we're using music, cultural music, to bring peace and harmony in Rift Valley. Yeah.
So why do you think music is an important tool in preserving culture?
You know, culture is a very important component of a community. You see, like in Britain, let me take you to constitution. In Britain, we have what we call unwritten constitution. In Kenya, we must write everything in constitution because we don't want to be very straightforward in with the way we do things. Music, culture, if anybody embraces culture, you don't need even a constitution of Kenya, because culture is a way of life. This culture will bring people uprightly. You can see even the youth now, when they are speaking their English language, they can speak very bad words in English language. But tell them to speak those bad words in their language. They find it very difficult to even insult somebody in their mother tongue. But in English, they do it very easily. So we want culture to be embraced. Those positive culture. We have some negative culture, like circumcision, people removing teeth. Yes, circumcision for women, people removing teeth. Those are not very good culture. We want a culture that keeps people straightforward. People brings respect to the community, brings respect young people, respecting the elder people. That is culture, and we bring those things through storytelling, narratives, spoken word, African idiom, and then we embrace the way of life of a person in Africa.
So what about the culture? Our African community, we are becoming so much westernized, even here in Kenya. So somehow we are losing even the old folk songs, this storytelling thing. I don't think the elder ladies, the size, most of them are not even telling stories to the young generation. What do you think that is? How is it affecting our culture as Africans?
It is affecting even the way of life of people. It is affecting even discipline of our community as a country. People should go back and be taught old storytelling. That's why I even proposed last year to the Kenya Music Festival to have a class for composition of folk songs, so that we don't even go to the festival and say this folk song is sung or was sung. We want to see a new class where somebody like musical like Mr. Peter has composed a folk song in African idiom, and the people are doing it, so that after 3 generations it will be accepted as a folk song. If we are saying a folk song is songs accepted from generation to another generation, that's the definition of a folk song. This generation, what will it be accepted by the coming generations? We have nothing. So we have to start composing our folk songs, put them properly in line, even document them, even write those folk songs like the British folk song. You see, when you sing some other solo performance in a Western style, you will be told it is a folk song.
Yeah.
It is notated. We want also to notate our songs, current folk songs, by the current musician.
Yeah.
The culture of music is actually determinant of a community. You see, in West Pokot, where people are fighting, what normally brings them together is cultural music. When the DC now, people have fought, and the DC want to speak to them, he bring them together. The West Pokot, Keya bring West Pokot to sing, bring the Turkana to sing. After singing, they're talking about peace, amani, kalia, and then they start shaking that, and then they just get them. Here in Nakuru, we had tribal clashes during an election. At Kaptemboa, we had a very bad clashes. People could not talk to other. DC could not address the people. And he told us to come out where we were, to go to his meeting and identify some cultural group to sing, so that he could get a way of speaking to those people. So cultural music is very important. Our way of life.
Okay, so tell us something about Nakuru Creative City.
Nakuru is a city of creative. It's not very old. It's a new city. It was given charter by UNESCO to be one of the creative city of UNESCO. Nakuru, it has few areas of creativity. I think now we are moving towards bringing in music as part and parcel of the creative, but all the same, it is about storytelling and narratives. Music has not been captured in that UNESCO chapter. When doing all these things, we want to bring all the musicians together. When the musicians come together, we will talk about Nakuru as a city, a culture city, so that this culture can be the whole culture city can be embraced by UNESCO. All the components of music, creativity can be embraced. You know, UNESCO embraces different genre gradually. It doesn't just take it all summer. So we want, as a musician, we press it forward for all music to be accepted. You can see even in Western, the UNESCO has only accepted Sukuti dance. Only embraced from Western. So we want to pursue those things, but we pray for peace of the world, because this UNESCO is all about America, China, this first world coming together, putting some funds together to support these programs. But with what is happening in America, you see America pulling from some activities. Like now UNESCO is now remaining to China, which might not develop this world and creative industry very well. But we hope as we develop, the musicians will come together and write more and more about creative of Nakuru City. This will only be done by the city manager putting us together, and then the renowned musician coming together, because you know, in Nakuru, most of the musicians you see in Nairobi, they have roots in Nakuru. And also in Nakuru, you have very serious musicians who have just hidden inside there and not talking. Like in Kabarak, you have so many musicians sitting in Kabarak. We have, in fact, I met Professor Onyama this morning here, and he does a few things in Kabarak, and he doesn't support the Nakuru Creative City. They should be brought to Nakuru Creative City to feel part and parcel of the Nakuru Creative City, and to give their wisdom, their input in the development of the city. So as the city, we have not reached where we want to go. But I feel in creativity, you see somebody like Mr. Ruto, he has enormous knowledge. He should be one of the people spearheading the creative of Nakuru City. But that space has not been found. But we are looking for that space to be found, so these people can come together on board. The young people, like Wakina Peter, they should come on board and give. You see, as we give our way forward, they are also seeing things from a different angle. The way we used to see things 20 years ago is not the way young people are seeing things right now. So we need to fuse them together, and have a common ground and develop the country.
Okay. So if you're given a chance to speak to young people, what will you tell them, especially regarding music and culture, the arts?
There is a lot of I'll take them back to China, where I was in China. I was privileged to be in China this year. And I told you I even graduated in China. Apart from that graduation, the China have used art to sell their commodities. There's tea in China, but you cannot talk about tea without a cultural group. You cannot talk about what China, the manufacturing industry, without a cultural group in that area. And every week we have a cultural week day in China. For every week, where all the youth come together and embrace culture. I'll tell Kenyans that there is a lot of money and market in culture, but it requires patience. Patience is the word. And research. Because now it's not like the old day. Old day during my days when nikiweka gitaa kwa mgongo and I'm going for my lessons school. Women could cry, oh, this boy is lost. This boy has no direction. This boy is lost. But nowadays you put your guitar here and we know that you're also looking for economical empowerment. You're going to be somebody in the musical world. You are going to earn in your music world. And there have been open avenues. People are being employed in our national forces. And by the way, some of the guys we taught here, Bocha, you know Bocha? Bocha was our student at Nakuru West. He's in US Marine. Yeah. Very serious musician in US Marine. Others are in abroad, America. So, and you see, this has been a gradual growth. Now, if you take music, a bull by his horn, you'll go far. But you see, anything that develops, it doesn't lack discouragement. People must pull you down. Yeah, if people are not pulling you down, you know you are not developing. You know you're not developing. You must be pulled down and you don't give up. Pull down. You perform on stage. You see you are the best. You are number 10. You are supposed to be you are given 10. You say thank you. Next time you are coming in the same class. You are supposed to be number 5. You are number 15. You say thank you. Next time you're coming in the same class, and that's where people develop. You don't give up.
You don't give up. Keep moving.
You keep moving. Keep pressing.
So in the future, what would you love people to remember your contribution in terms of in the music world, Kenyan music, with culture?
I want people to remember me as a person who really tried to use culture in bringing peace in our 10 counties of North Rift. I'm happy that if I walked in Baringo, West Pokot, Turkana, people know me by name even right now. I'm not in those areas than Nakuru, than my home place. And people are singing about Kali. You see, Kali, Kali, that's Amani. They are singing Amani everywhere. And even some of those songs, if you listen to them, even in the radio, they are singing to the president. You hear them mentioning Keya. Somebody or a man. And I love that. When people are peacefully living, when those cultural practitioners will be having their own project, some of them are certain, I've written a proposal, I was assisted in writing a proposal to have water tanks, to have farms for onions and carrots, and their cultural groups. And after some time, they will not move away. They will not want to fight because they are selling what? They are selling onions. They have maize. You have had maize plantation in Baringo, isn't it? Yes. Some of our cultural groups are doing that. No, I'm happy with that. Ask her.
That is wonderful.
I also would want, when I leave this platform, Kenyans to know that to be a musician, apart from having a PhD degree, you must be a practical musician. They must give room to practical musicians to do what they can do best. Because I've seen so many guys who have been in university doing other courses, but in music side they're very good than those who are in classroom at the university. So if you go to other countries, these guys are impressed. They're given what they're supposed to be given. They're even given honorable papers for them to continue assisting the community. So there's something that's lacking in this country of ours. If I were to be told, can you choose for us adjudicators for this function? And then I bring there a person like in Nakuru, and then I bring people who doesn't know the cultural background of Nakuru people. These people will do a good job. So one, people must be those self-driven people to perform the duty of the country.
Yes. Thank you. So finally, I want you to tell us about the state commendation you've been proposed to receive the Head of State Commendation, which is a very big award in the country. How does it feel and what do you think about it?
Very interesting. When sometimes we perform with so many people, but I was nominated by a DC, North counties. These things people are nominated by other people for recommendations, and there's a team that sits Heroes team. I didn't know. I DC wrote a very good profile. My profile, it was taken to Nairobi, and then I was questioned afterwards. He said some of the activities we've had in North Rift has made some youth now are very busy in their farms doing, and they have gone to studio to record their music. They want to sell their music in Turkana style, in Maasai style. So when this recommendation to Nairobi, I was asked to add my CV and documents. When I went back to my library, I found that I have more than 50,000 certificates of recommendations from various organizations. More than 50,000 certificates. They are in fact in 5 boxes. Yes. Talent Academy, PPMC, Kenya Cultural Center, and other organizations for youth. So I found that I have done a lot of work in this country. I didn't know until when I started now looking for the right certificate to send them. And then the last one was the China certificate. So even when I sent those certificates, I asked them, how many do I send? It will be just send few that. So it's important. So I just sent few recommendation, some from our governors in Rift Valley, some from the regional commissioner, and some from abroad, and some recommendation from my people. Another good mentor is my former schoolmate, Professor Ngala. I was almost forgetting to mention Professor Ngala. Professor Ngala was my schoolmate, and he had done very well. That I even envy him in some other areas of composition, arrangement, and choral training. I envy him, and leadership skills. He's an enormous guy in leadership. Another one is Dr. Lagat, the director of Department of Culture Mission. He has given me room to work. I worked with very serious guys, but I came out one of the best. So those guys have given us room. But let me tell you, as per your question, when we develop this culture, Kenya will not have what we are now calling people embezzling funds here and there. What are you calling this?
Corruption. But corruption. Stealing.
Yes, it is stealing, but that's corruption.
Corruption
in culture, yes, in culture, people cannot be corrupt. Culture will deny you that thing. In culture, people will not go to the street to destroy their properties. Because in culture, you cannot destroy what you are supposed to eat. It is wrong in culture. In culture, people will respect others. Ladies will be upright. Ladies will put on very well and they will walk very well. Things were happening in towns nowadays will not happen. People will be okay. The Kenya will be good. Let me take you back. Where I was in China, I didn't see anybody parking on the street like our ladies. In China, I was surprised. I didn't see people in town doing a lot of politics, doing nothing but politics. This is our leader, this is a mandamano, this is what. In China, have you ever heard when China are going for election being advertised like America? You don't even know who is competing in China for presidential. Have you ever heard? Even my friend behind the camera is wondering. He has never heard China elections coming next month. It's through their culture, respect for life. They don't go for election because they are hungry. They go for election to elect somebody who can lead them in cultural matters. Yes. Let us stop. Maybe there's something I've not answered you properly.
No, you've answered all the questions. We are really, really glad and we're happy to have you in our program. So thank you very much. And to our viewers, keep commenting and we wish you the best in our work. And we also believe you are going to do more for our music industry, our culture, our Nakuru City. We want it to be the best. It is already looking good. Do you believe with your leadership, you're going so far?
I'm going to look for some young men so that we can also improve our culture and performance in music in this area. That award means a lot for me. It is not mine. It is for the people that I've worked with. Yes. Including Wakina Riang, Wakina Ngala. I'm going out to push them hard so that we work with youth. We are remaining with a few years to leave this work for youth. And we must leave serious youth in position. Youth who are there kuvumilia na kupress on to make this thing better than in China. Again, culture is part of Ministry of Commerce. It's not just a culture, but in Kenya where they will dump everybody in the culture department. In the counties, people are being moved from betting to culture. People are moved from very fine departments to culture, and then we lack professionalism. We want where we will see culture being part and parcel of Kenya Ministry of Commerce, bringing investment, bringing money to the people. Asante sana. Thank you so much, people.
Asante. Yeah, so keep engaging us in the comment section, and also tell us who you will love to see next in our programs. Thank you very much.